This is the John Brown Alliance. For the purpose of clarity today, I wrote down some notes. This is going to probably be a long video, so like and subscribe, or you can save it for later. No matter what you decide to do, it's still not going to stop me from posting these videos and doing what I have to do, because I know it's the right thing to do. Wartime Gestapo tactics still enacted, and police officers and pseudo-ICE agents bursting out car windows as part of routine stops in place of de-escalation has become commonplace every day in the United States of America. Understand that the Trump administration has granted more money for ICE agents than most nations spend on their entire military. Claiming everyone is MS-13 to justify kidnappings is not a warning. This is a blazing 5-alarm fire. That is the greatest danger to our human rights. The greatest danger to our human rights right now is the entire United States government. There should be no doubt. No doubt in the mind of any American that these crimes against humanity will not stop without the direct intervention of the United Nations, the International Criminal Court, and the American people. Kristi Noem, Tom Howard, Marco Rubio, the Trump administration is, and all those who willingly serve it, are a violent, homegrown, radical terrorist organization funded mainly by greedy foreign-born white oligarchs with no other interest in this country than to exploit the hubris and stupidity of a twisted few to capture the most powerful government in the world and enslave its people to fuel a clandestine industrial complex for profit, power, and punishment. This is not just a threat to American democracy. This is the end of democracy in America and the commencement of a public health, human rights, economic, climate, and natural disaster apocalypse that will deliver the entire human race to near extinction. Make no mistake, they will not stop its so-called illegal immigrants and fictitious gang members. They must and will rendition every group of American citizens until there is nothing left but obedient military and Gestapo and cowards who use them to protect what they have plundered from mankind. There is no time left. We and the world must act now. To allies of the former America, we need asylum and partnerships with organizations abroad to stand in readiness for the inescapable reality that political prisoners will be kidnapped, exported for profit, and their slow torture outsourced to regimes of soulless monsters, in a theater where suffering is the blood sport being created for the entertainment of their rich, evil benefactors in America. There is no other outcome than death that failure to end this downward spiral will produce. We have had 9 years as a collective to recognize and act on this act and threat. Now it is reality. We have been given and continue to squander every opportunity we have as a nation to save ourselves. The sausage factories are being built as we focus on our blind faith and a future we may not live to see to come to fruition. We can I messed up my shit. Ain't that something? I believe with the right tools we can defeat this. In the United States of America, pedophiles and white assassins are pardoned, celebrated as heroes, and rewarded for their sins while the whole world is watching. This is why when nations like North Korea get their hands on someone like Otto Warmbier, their torture and murder are a message to the world. They see the colonizers of Turtle Island for exactly who they are. Hereditary benefactors of an endless cycle of slavery, human exploitation, racially based distribution of wealth, generational wealth, and entitlements that have been stolen from every race on this planet other than white. No bombshell, election, or scandal will reverse this course. 500 years is enough. Now it's our time. And I have a little statement to add to that. There is something close to 340.1 million people right now in the United States whose bodies are here. If you take the United States military, ICE, Congress, the Supreme Court, the presidency, and every single government agency that is now run by one of these insurrectionists, you still have more people than are in power right now. So you have to decide. Malcolm X said, and I'm paraphrasing, if one is not willing to clean his house, perhaps he doesn't deserve his house. Since our house, the United States of America, has 340.1 million people in it, the solution is clear. Clean the house. You got a few roaches, a few rats, flies running around. Clean the house. And no, I'm not talking about some sit at home and stuff envelopes job. I'm talking about clean the house. And with that, I'm going to take you to the beginning of the general strike that we're organizing here on the East Coast. Our timeline and how we're going to make this happen, I'm going to do this tomorrow. Before we decided to join the general strike movement and do this East Coast faction on our own. We decided that each movement needed to cater to its own needs of its population. This is why we're doing that this way. Even though we support General Strike 2025, we have one that is going to begin after Labor Day weekend, and some other events up until that time. So stay tuned. This is the John Brown Alliance. It was Friday, yesterday. If you were dozed or disabled, you ain't got no job and you ain't got shit to do. So hang in there. Help's on the way.